don't see potential.
Oh my god, yes.
Don't see
Yes.
potential, because that's what that pattern is. What you
Yeah.
are tolerating all the bad parts because you see potential in the high.
Oh my God.
I saw how happy we could be,
You're so right.
but at the same time I knew how much worse it could get.
Yeah. Oh my god. I think because you are already in that like pit of despair, right?
You just need something to make you happy.
Yeah. You only can focus on like the good, but you also don't know whether like you can dig a further hole in that pit and get plunged in deeper. Hello and welcome back to another episode of If You Know, You Know.
And if you don't know, then unfortunately we know, so we tell you all.
Okay, that's very sad, but okay. I'm Nicole,
I'm Raine.
and today's question is, what are you still trying to prove to yourself?
Why still try to prove to yourself?
I mean, a lot of things,
Uh-huh.
but I think one of it mainly is that I am worthy of love. That I'm not unlovable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. I love you.
I love you too. Okay, how about you? What are you still trying to prove to yourself?
I think I'm on the way there, but like I feel like right now I am doing a lot of things for myself to prove that I am my own person. I'm not like a subset of someone else. I'm not here to mother someone else.
Okay.
It's not my purpose in life.
Okay, yes. To please yourself and no one else.
Yeah, like to do things because I want to, when I want to, and because they are good for me.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
As you
because
should.
I mean, this phase of my life only started when I went over to Melbourne. Right, it was like a huge change, but it was a good kind of change, and like a so cliche, but like a fresh start for myself.
Okay. And did you
Right.
truly feel like you were living for yourself?
Yeah, no, because for a long time I felt like I was living for someone else, but I'm not sure if it was because, like, I'm not gonna fault that person, because I feel like partially I wanted to do these things. So I'm not gonna say like this person made me do these things. No.
Okay.
No, that's not true. Like, I don't think that that person, like my ex-partner, could have made me do things that I didn't want to do per se.
Okay.
Like, it's just that I really wanted to do these things because I loved him, what. But it also made me feel to a certain extent like, then what am I doing? Am I doing things for myself or for him? I'm doing things, I know, like partially because it makes me happy to see him happy. That's why I'm doing it, what.
But it got to a point where his happiness was kind of like
My
intertwined.
happiness. Yes.
Yeah, like both of your happiness was intertwined.
Yeah,
So it
became like a very
messy.
dependent relationship. That's not healthy.
Yeah.
It's not healthy for
Okay.
either of us. So today we're talking about losing yourself to love someone else.
The basis of that comes from completely like disposing of your self-worth, or almost getting rid of it completely because you feel the need to please that person. You get what I mean, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I get what you mean. I feel like this topic is truly, if you know, you know. If you don't know, then sorry, like
you can
have
keep
to-
listening. Yeah.
you can keep listening, but you might have to experience it for yourself in order to really understand what it means to
Lose
completely
yourself,
forget
yeah.
about who you are, what you stand for,
Yeah.
all that. Yeah.
What was your experience with it?
Okay. Let me I don't know how to start, because it was a very long relationship, right? So I really, really lost myself.
At what
It came back
point
quickly
of the relationship?
It came back quickly after, I feel, because I
Okay.
had a good support system around me.
Okay.
But it was really like gone for like when I was swimming around somewhere like depths of hell in when I was in the relationship.
Wow.
Yeah.
That description is
sorry,
nasty.
What do you say?
When did you feel like you started to lose yourself in that relationship?
I don't know. I can't identify when, but I remember there were certain things that I stood for that I feel like I would never give up again. If anyone ever asked me to do this again, right, it's like a
Fuck no. Yeah.
non-negotiable.
Yeah.
Like I won't even just do what I did that time. So okay, the situation was that um he basically asked me to choose between like him or my friends. He was like, oh, like if you like
What?
you want to continue, then you just don't be friends with these kind of stupid people. Then I like in my head I was like, okay, you know what, I'll just agree and then we can move on and he'll probably forget about it and I'll continue being friends
Oh,
with them.
okay. But
Right,
did it
I was
happen?
not planning to cut off that
Okay.
tie. But if anyone ever asks me to do that kind of thing again, right, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna let you stay in my life.
Yeah, that is really a deal breaker.
Yeah.
That's
So
insane.
like that, it kind of felt like I remember that part felt very, very hurtful because I was friends with these people. I had commonalities with these people.
Okay.
We were
Yes.
good friends for a reason because we could click.
Yes.
You telling me that they are stupid people, firstly, not just hurts my feelings because you are talking shit about them,
Yeah.
but also they are some part of what I am and
Yeah.
how I am like also.
So you're indirectly calling you stupid.
Yeah.
It hurts.
Yeah. So yeah lor. So like all these small things, like it really, really just slowly chisels away at your self-worth, your self-esteem, until you feel like, am I living to take care of this person? Am I living to love this person? I want to love
That's
him,
true.
right? But that means sacrificing a large
Your
part of myself
entire
lah.
being, yeah. Yeah. I honestly don't think it's worth, because like I've been through a kind of similar experience, and coming out of it and looking back at it, it's not worth it, man. Like I wasn't myself during like those couple of months when I was like super hung up over this guy, and like I was constantly indirectly like asking people around me like, oh, how is he doing, or like is he okay. Like I think it was very traumatizing also because basically he threatened to kill himself. I don't know why. I kind of like put it upon myself to make sure that he was okay. Yeah, so it was a very typical like savior mentality complex where I was constantly worried like, is he alive today, or like is he dead? Like place your bets, everyone, because I'm not sure. Yeah, it got to that point, and because I was so scared that he was gonna like do something and then blame me, or like I would be the last person that he calls before like he tries to unalive himself or something, which caused like a huge part of my PTSD. I would say that that was so fucking insane. But I was not myself those couple of months because I would constantly like be on the lookout, or like anything regarding like news about him. Like I would be one of the first to like, oh, what happened? Like, oh, is he okay? Or like, oh, did he come to school today? Or like, oh, did you see him like in the canteen that day? Or like blah blah. Anything regarding him, like I would need to know in order to like make myself feel more,
Ease.
a little bit more assured. And if I didn't know what was happening to him that day, my entire being would just be like I felt like ghost.
Like you weren't even in your body.
Yeah. I felt so like dissociated from myself because I was always so panicky and like scared and nervous and anxious that I was gonna be the cause of his like demise. So much so that I completely like lost myself just trying to take care of him, or like attempt to take care of him. Like it was insane. I hated him so much for that. But actually I hated myself even more. Because I don't really know how to explain it. Like, yeah.
Can I help you
Okay,
explain?
explain.
Because I feel the same way. We were in different types of situations.
Okay.
But I feel like the outcome of how we felt about ourselves was the same.
Okay.
Because to me, it was yes, this relationship was bad and I wanted to take care of him still, right? I
Yes.
wanted to care for this person. It's not like this person made me do all these things, right? It's not like whoever it was for you, like, made you check up on him. Like,
Yeah,
you
not
did it
at
out of your
all.
own will.
Yes. Yeah.
But it's precisely because you did it out of your own will that you are like, why did I then let this person do this to me? It's my
He
fault.
broke us.
Yeah, it's like my fault because I also for me like, at least, I don't know if I'm speaking the same for you, but it's my fault that I let this person continue doing or continue hurting me.
Yeah.
I am most angry at myself for that.
Yes.
Not even angry at him for hurting me,
Yeah.
but why did I let it happen?
Yes. It felt like as if he was taking advantage of me, but at the same time, it
I
was my own doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was really, really upset at myself because I didn't understand how my thought process was going. And what made it worse was that I tried so hard to make sure that he was okay and like indirectly be there for him and like take care of him. But the reality is that he treated me like shit. And he was a shit person. And everything he did just made me feel worse. So why did I keep going back to that same guy, going through that same spiral over and over and over again? Just to like let it fuck me up. Yeah, that is why I hate myself. At that period of time, I hated myself more than I hated that person.
Yeah.
Oh, disgusting.
I feel like to a certain extent I'm still trying to get myself over that. Like I still have these short like short bouts of time where I'm like, oh my god, I fucking hate myself. Like, why did I let this person damage me?
Yes. All the time.
And
Like little things
it's like
just
my
make you...
fucking fault.
Yeah.
Because I let it.
Yeah.
I allow it. And for what? Why am I so fucking dumb?
Right. I also say. But I think after like talking about this for months in therapy, I realized that it's really... The reality is that it's not my fault. He was the one that shaped me to act like this. And it was his behavior that ultimately like fucked me up lah. And even though some days like it's still hard, like I still think that it's my fault and whatever that I went through is like because of my own doing. I think I've gotten better to the point where like if people ask me, I'm like, yeah, he's the fucker. So in that sense, I'm doing better. But prior to that, like so-called healing experience, like I would constantly blame myself. Yeah. Go for therapy, guys. It helps. Yeah. But yeah, how did you...
How am I getting over it?
Yeah, how did you get over that?
Oh, I'm not.
Oh.
I'm still slowly... I'm not over it, but I'm still slowly trying to like... I think, okay, my way of working through it, like I would say, is just to be more self-aware, like to make sure that it doesn't happen again. And like to build stronger boundaries more so than relapsing constantly into the fact that I let this person do it to me. I wouldn't say it's more for me learning a lesson rather than like now like having to get to heal from it. Because I already accepted that it happened.
Okay.
And I hate that it happened. But at the same time I feel like there's nothing much I can do about it. Except for the fact that I should
Learn from
it.
And move on.
Yeah. Because I can't change it, what? And there's nothing that I really don't like lah. I can't change it. Because someone asked me for, oh, do I regret being in this relationship? And I'm very conflicted about the answer also.
Oh. I thought the answer would come easily as a no. Like you were not regretting.
I don't know.
Because I mean, to me, like if I were in your shoes, like although it did happen, and honestly it was a big bulk of my time, so-called wasted, I would like to think that, like what you say often, like it wasn't entirely a bad relationship.
I wouldn't say it's entirely a
Yeah.
bad relationship.
Yeah.
It was
mostly bad.
a bad relationship. But I don't know if I regretted it. I would like to think no. But some part of me is like, but if you had ended it earlier rather, you wouldn't have this much baggage. And all this baggage is something that will take a long while to recover or like get rid of, or like is it even possible to get rid of it? So
No,
like
it's not.
there's the
It's not possible.
there's the questions that I've been trying to answer. Like I'm just weighing out whether it was worth the baggage, whether being in this relationship and like the happiness was worth the baggage. And the conclusion I come to is the happiness was not worth the baggage, but the experience and like to a certain extent the love that I had felt maybe like earlier in the relationship, and like to experience what for a while I really truly thought like made me very, very happy. I don't know whether that was worth it. That is the
Okay.
point that I'm very conflicted on. Because
Fair enough.
I don't believe that this person truly intended to hurt me like that.
I don't think anyone really like
Yeah,
truly intends to hurt someone in a relationship.
yeah.
Yeah.
But you just do.
It's more of like your own selfish needs like triumph the needs of the relationship lor. In some situations lah.
In some situations,
Yeah.
I wouldn't, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. TLDR is do not lose yourself to love someone else. Do not follow the title. Do not aim to go through a shitty time only to be like, oh, don't worry, like he's doing this. Like I'm sure he cares about me. Like I'm sure he recognizes the effort that I put in. He doesn't.
Yeah.
If you have to think in
If you
that
have
way,
to.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's not happening. Sweetie, I'm so sorry, but it's
so
not.
true. If you have to try and convince yourself about it.
Yeah. Think about it this way. If you have to spin the story to your friends to make it seem like he's a good person, you're doing it all wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
You should get out of it soon.
In order not to lose yourself, what should you do?
That's a very good question.
I don't know. You must have you really must have some very well set boundaries. That once this person cross, right, you are done. That's one of them. You know those very passionate relationships. Passionate as in like experience a lot of highs, but when you experience lows, it's really low.
Okay.
That kind of like up and down relationship,
Okay.
right? I feel like there's a reason you're going through that, and I think that's why I hit. Right. So, just
Oh, I know. Like you tolerate the lows because
for the highs.
yeah.
Don't see potential.
Oh my god, yes.
Don't see
Yes.
potential, because that's what that pattern is. What
Yeah.
you are tolerating all the bad parts because you see potential in the high.
Oh my god.
I saw how happy we could be.
You're so right.
But at the same time, I knew how much worse it could get.
Yeah. Oh my god. I think because you are already in that like pit of despair, right?
You just need something to make you happy.
Yeah. You only can focus on like the good, but you also don't know whether like you can dig a further hole in that pit and get plunged in deeper. Like it could work either way. Just as much as it could go up, it could also go down.
During that period of time, I would say also like my fault, because I didn't want to reach out to my friends in fear of them judging him, right? In fear
Yes.
of them judging him, that they'll be like, why are you even like, and partially a bit of me like, why are you even in this relationship? Like he's such a shitty person, like get out. I didn't want them saying that kind of thing, so I didn't reach out to my friends. And because I didn't reach out to my friends, right,
Oh my
I
god.
didn't have an outlet to even out that low. Like make myself happier doing something that I
Yeah.
liked, or like just going out with
Surrounding
friends.
yourself with people that care for you.
Yeah,
Like
correct. So that's an important aspect. Have an outlet to go to, so that you don't feel like
rock bottom all the time.
yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Like you don't feel so sullen and so bogged down by everything that you can't really have a clear head to even think about how to move forward with the problem and find a solution, if that's what you're aiming to do it in your relationship lah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my last and only advice would be don't let the relationship overwhelm and or consume you entirely. I get that when you're in a relationship. Oh my god, my voice is going.
Screw freshman. I don't even care if this is her fault. But something about her I really do. I can't.
Okay. I know it can get very tempting and it can be very easy to like look at this partner and think that he's your whole world and like everything they do, like you want to fucking worship them and like bow down to them.
It's a very romanticized
yeah,
version
yeah.
of what a relationship is.
yeah. And it can lead to so much potential damage
On
yourself. I think we're saying this because we both had personal experiences with like dealing with shitty partners who have brought us nothing but trouble lah. But honestly, like if you find yourself too overwhelmed with the relationship to the point where like you feel like shit when he doesn't reply you and you only feel like a sense of like a perk in your day if and when he replies you. Like I've been there. It sucks. That is when you know that this relationship
It's going to die soon.
Yeah.
No
It's
matter how
so
much you
bad.
prolong it, right?
Yeah.
It's going to hurt.
It's so unhealthy.
Yeah. It's going to end.
Yeah.
That's the terrible truth that I didn't want to know, but I had to know. I should have
Yeah.
just
Left.
yeah.
No regrets. Okay. And on that note, we will see you in 2 weeks.
Yes.
Please take care of yourselves and don't lose yourself to love someone else. Period.
Yeah.
Bye.